Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And this is Brim.
Brim, do you feel like the year has just passed by in a blink of an eye?
Like this. Almost as quick as me in the bedroom. Pow!
Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't.
And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, it's crazy. No, I legit, it was like yesterday, it was January. I mean, I just went through, it was like steamrolled through this year, and I'm not happy about it at all.
No, it's definitely, and I feel like the older I get, the more and more this happens. All of a sudden, I blink my eyes. Like I'm going to blink my eyes right now, and whenever I open them again, it's going to be, September of next year.
Are you trying to rush our conversation? Is that what's going on right now? Are you trying to be like, listen, Brim, I don't want to talk to you right now. I already spoke with you for about an hour earlier, and I'm going to blink my eye and hope that either somebody saves me from this conversation, or I'm shot out another couple of hours from now, or something like that.
Listen, we have already established that I am not a slow and steady kind of girl. I'm a bing, bang, boom.
Hurry up, get in, get out, get it done. That's it. Just like with Joe in the bedroom, old Brim's got to deal with that during the show too, guys. All right? So I got to either perform or I'm fucked. That's it. I either perform or I'm done.
That's right.
So when she says dance monkey, Brim's like, ooh, 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 you know what I mean?
Immediately.
Get it done. Oh my Lord. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm in a good mood today though. I'm in a great mood. We got to catch up. We never get time to catch up the last few weeks.
We did get to catch up today.
Yeah.
Usually it's like, okay, I'm busy. We got to get shit done. Let's get on. We talk for a few minutes and then we, go right into recording, but we had a really nice catch up sesh today.
Yes, I like our catch up sessions. That's very nice. And by the way, I'm very jelly with all your unbatting adorableness in your studio. I am going to be getting you a Dirty Little Secrets Club poster to put up in that studio, and if you want to take it down when I'm not looking, okay, but I'm going to get you that poster, and I would like some representation. Thank you very much, young lady.
Well, see, now what I need to happen is I need to get you and Danielle on the West Coast so that we can record together in the same studio, because I mean, there's some sort of magic that happens when you get to be in the same room with somebody.
It's true. Listen, we have magic that's happened the last year and year plus.
I know. And how good are we that we can have magic over Zoom?
I know. What do you call it? But no, it was so much fun when we were over there. So maybe every Thursday I have to come to California.
Darn. Every Thursday you're going to have to come and hang out in the studio? Bummer.
I will have to come out and hang out in the studio.
Danielle will love that.
Oh, no. What? I'm sorry. I got to go. I'm sorry. No, but she's listening to it right now, probably going, I'm going to kill him. No. I wish I was out to LA a little bit more. I was out to LA a lot more than I had been the past couple of years because of the pandemic and coming out of it.
Right.
But what do you call it? It would be fun to be in San Diego more often. Yeah, absolutely. What do you call it? But you still got to come to New York.
I do. I know. I really need to get on that train and get on that plane, I guess.
You could take a train. It's going to take you a month to get here, but you could take a train.
I'll
You
take
can
the
take a
scenic route.
Greyhound. You are not the Greyhound kind of girl, though. I think that you're gonna be like, I'm coming in. I got a private jet ready,
I
and
fucking wish.
I'm gonna stop off at my lake house first,
That's
and then
right.
I'm gonna. I'm helping you breathe it into existence. Do you
I
hear?
know. Yeah. Joe, are you
It's
listening? Are you
the lake
listening?
house, Joe. The
Yes,
lake
Joe.
house. Old Brim needs to hang out at the lake house, Joe.
I am
Anyways.
trying so, so hard. I will admit though, I have been on a few Greyhound buses before. I wasn't always bougie ass Dana. I also had to I had small beginnings.
So did we all. I had the same thing. We were talking about it earlier. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Like you don't forget where you came from. And
Yeah.
just because you move forward doesn't, and you've had any success and had anything, monetary gains or what doesn't mean you should forget where you came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I could still get ghetto if I need to.
Right. Well, so something that it reminds me of, my mom used to drive a Port Authority bus, and I would
Oh
get on the
wow.
bus and like ride around with her sometimes. And I will never forget the one time that I fell asleep on the bus, and there was a woman sitting next to me, and I don't know why she was dripping or what she was dripping. I'm really hoping in this conversation it didn't come from her nostril, but something dripped into my ear. And I like jumped up,
Gasps in Spanish. Okay.
fucking horrified,
Oh my
so
goodness.
grossed out that
Ah.
this is like, 35 years later, and I am still grossed the fuck out by this woman, whatever fucking fluid was on her that dripped directly into my ear.
Ill?
Ew.
Can I
So
ask you a
gross.
question?
Yeah.
What when you were on the bus,
Uh-huh.
did the wheels on the bus go round and round?
They did. They went
Okay.
round and round, and then it was so weird because like the windshield wipers also went swish, swish, swish.
Did the people on the bus go up and down?
Sometimes if we would hit a bus, I mean,
Okay, the bus just stopped. We're good. That's all we need. Sometimes when we'd hit a bus, okay,
then
day.
everybody went splat, splat, splat.
There you go. It's gonna be another day. I'm telling you, I can feel it. I can feel it's gonna be a day. All right. I could say day. See,
Day, day.
day. What do you call it? You intro. Does that mean that I get to read the first secret?
That is exactly what that means. I'm so glad after 2.5 years, you finally recognized our system.
Shut your face. I've been, in all fairness, I've been doing grindouts for like 7 years. I don't know which the hell end is up on that. So, take it where it's coming from. You can either appreciate the genius or go fuck yourself. One or the other. It's, I'm just
Maybe a
kidding.
little
I'm
bit
just
of
kidding.
both.
Just a little bit of both. Just a little bit of both. No. All right. I'm going to start this off. And the first little secret is about 10 years back, I was babysitting my little brother, who was 3 at the time. I fell asleep on the couch, and somehow the little bastard snuck out of the house and ended up 3 blocks away. An officer brought him to the door when a neighbor pointed out where we lived. I never told my parents what happened, and luckily, my neighbor never ratted me out. It was probably then that I realized that I probably should never be a parent. Wow, wow, wee, wow. You are so lucky that that neighbor did not rat you out.
Yeah.
This has got to be a guy and not a girl.
You think?
I think so because I don't think any woman, even the ones that are non-maternal, I don't think that any woman would allow something like that to happen on their watch.
I think that
I
this probably happens more than people think that it does. In fact, my neighbor just moved in down the street, and all of a sudden, I get a text message from my other neighbor that says, "There's a little kid in my backyard."
oh my
This kid
God.
snuck out of the house and was in her backyard. And then the mom came and was like freaking out looking for this kid, that she was standing in my driveway, I guess, looking for the kid. But
Wait, in your house currently?
in my house currently. This just happened a few weeks ago.
Wait. Hold on a second. Your place is like Fort Knox. How did she get into the backyard?
She didn't get into my backyard. She got into my
Oh,
neighbor's backyard.
okay,
And
okay,
my
okay.
neighbor was like texting me, like, it's really weird. We just had a little kid in our backyard. And so they, like, I guess brought the kid out front, which is scary though, because it was a little kid and they have a pool that is open that doesn't have a gate around it or anything. So it's a good thing somebody was paying attention, because if that poor kid would have walked into the pool, it could have been a really tragic accident. Like the ending
Um,
could have been real bad.
really bad. Now, weird question
Ugh,
and morbid question. If that happened, say a kid got into your backyard, or your neighbor, let's say not even you, let's not, no bad juju, got
yeah,
into
yeah,
your
yeah.
neighbor's backyard and drowned in their backyard, who's responsible? Like,
That's
you know
a
what I mean?
great question. I don't know how that works. I don't know if some people are going to be like, well, your gate should have been closed. Maybe their gate was closed and the kid opened the gate. I don't know what would happen there or what responsibility. I mean, I'm going to suck all that out of the universe though and hope that nothing like that
Yeah.
happens, because that is terrifying.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say. I
but
would say.
so I think that maybe little escape artists happen, you know, more than we probably think it does.
Oh, they absolutely do. I mean, like, but I don't know. One, I
I
don't
mean,
know
never
who's
on my
necessarily on
watch,
watch.
but
I don't know who's on what. Like, look, my kids. I have always been extra on point, paying attention to what they're doing and where they are. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. I'm the father that even when Danielle was holding them when they were little and was holding them like over like a bridge to look at like out off a bridge or like whatever,
oh,
I'm the guy
yes. Yeah, please
like
don't
or
Michael Jackson that baby. Please
not
don't.
doing no not doing that, but just like like just by it, standing by it,
Yeah.
looking out into the just out into the world type of a thing, or when the kids are screwing around and like playing by a railing somewhere, and I'm like and then they think it's funny because they know that it bothers me.
Yep.
I just don't know. I
Mm.
like for me I just it scares the crap out of me. So I am very much on it, like where are my kids, where are they, what's going on, and like I'm not up their ass, but I do have. Even now, when my daughter is living where she lives at her age, and
Yeah.
Dylan at 22, you know what I mean, and Haley at 13, I still keep in mind, where they are and what's going on.
Oh, I do this all the time. I'm very much like you in that aspect, where I have like one eye open, tabs on everybody constantly all the time, making sure, because I'm like, oh God, if something were to happen, I don't think that I can go on breathing. So I really need to make sure everybody's being the safest that they can be.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is it's important. People can't forget that once you have your kid, you still need to pay attention and watch over your kid.
Hmm.
Yeah, some people are like, all right, well, I pushed him out, and now that's it. Like I don't need to do anything. Like that's how I felt my ex-wife was for so long.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to do a goddamn thing. I pushed him out, and whatever. That's how I
They're
felt.
alive.
Yeah. That's how I felt with my ex and my kids.
Well, and you
So
have to trust other people too, which is scary. You have to like expect the outside world, like this neighbor and this police officer, to do the right thing and, bring them back safely. And I will say that I think that most of the world is probably going to do good, but then there's those, you know, darker characters that are out there that you have to be fucking weary of, and that's terrifying, especially for a
yeah.
3-year-old that is, escaping the house and needing to have an adult figure that is trustworthy and ready to help them rather than harm them.
Yes. Yes. There's so many bad people out there. I get Our district sends us like things whenever any like alerts when anything happens,
Yeah.
and there are so many alerts. Like there was just a
Yeah.
lockdown today in the schools by us.
Ay.
Yeah, it's not good. Today this one was either a burglary or a home invasion. And then they were searching for people, so there was a lockdown in all the schools. It's like, not good. And I'm in a good area.
Yeah.
You see, I'm in a good area. So it's not like, but stuff still happens. There are people that were driving around in a van talking to kids. You know what I mean? That's not good, it
Mm-mm.
happens though. And
Yep.
everywhere. And people would think it wouldn't happen in the good areas, but it happens more so in the good areas because there's, either they're trying to get something out of it, or you know what I mean. It's not fun.
Ugh.
But it is what it is.
Damn.
It is what it is.
Well,
Um,
good for
in this
you for not
situation,
telling your parents, and glad the neighbor didn't tell them either.
yeah, you're lucky
I
the kid didn't get hit by a car.
or
You know what I
something.
mean?
Yeah.
3 years old, that's a really, let's be real and let's be adults about this. The fact of the matter is, it's not a funny thing. Even though we joked
Mm-mm.
around about it a little bit, it's not a funny thing. Being, letting a kid or having a kid who's 3 get out of the house could have been very, very, very bad. You got lucky. And again, that's 10 years ago. So the kid's 13 now. Um, you know,
Well, hopefully by
uh,
now, I mean, I wouldn't say that you should never be a parent. You learn and you grow as a parent, just like every other person out there. And now you know to lock the fucking door. Multiple locks on that door if you have an escape artist. Make sure, like you just take some of the little the adventure out of it for them.
right. Exactly. What do you call it? It's just anyway. I can't stress that enough. Like I my kids, I would have shot myself if that would have ever happened. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't
Could
go that far. The kid
no,
was
I would have.
returned fine, so
I would
that's
never live. I could not live with myself if anything happened like that. But what do you call it? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, would you like to move on to the next one?
well, this one's a little more fun. This one
Yeah.
says, my wife told me she has a pup play kink and brought out a leash and a collar. I didn't know pup play was a thing.
Wait, did you say pup play?
Pup play.
What the hell is
Yes.
pup play?
Apparently it's a kink. She had me
Okay. So
she
wait, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
she had me take her for a walk. She wears the ears and the tail and does all the pup things. It's not something I'm super interested in, but I'm willing to see where it goes for her. It has sparked renewed intimacy in our relationship.
Okay.
Pup play.
Um, I don't know how I feel about that.
Have you heard? I don't think I've ever heard of. I feel like maybe we might have
Pup
heard about something
play.
about somebody dressing up as like an animal and getting walked around like a dog. No, that
Um,
feels
I,
that feels very Dirty Little Secrets Club.
yeah, but I don't think I've ever heard it being called pup play.
Me neither.
Have you heard it called pup play?
I actually didn't even know that there was like a name for the kink. Just, I mean, I knew that some people. Oh, furries. I think of furries, but
Well,
I don't
furries,
think this is the
yeah.
same thing. This is
No,
different at things.
this
Yeah.
does not sound walking around with a leash on them and do they clean up after the poop and stuff? I mean, like, is
Oh
that part of
no. How
that?
far does this pup play go? But she wears ears and a tail and he takes her for a walk. Like, do you like scratch her belly? Does she stick out her tongue and like go, does she shake her leg real fast when you get the right area?
That should happen anyway. Oh, wow. Well, look, at the end of the day, I think that's cute. I guess that's cute. I
Sure.
mean, why not? You know what I mean? Like you're walking around the house. Is that what it? So, oh wait, take her for a walk, but where? Like I take
Yeah,
Danielle for walks, but like around the block, not on a collar.
definitely
Um,
not on a collar.
not on a collar. Sparked renewed intimacy in our relationship. I guess that it's a little kinky, so they're. I don't listen. More power to you. I'm not going to yuck your yum. You guys enjoy it. What do you call it? Does she put a little nose on with whiskers? I mean,
Oh,
that'd be
that'd be
kind of cute.
cute.
Yeah, it's cute. I mean, does she get
That'd be
all
cute.
dolled up for it? You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be kind
Does
of
she like
cute. Why
curl
not?
up in your lap and let you pet her to sleep? That's
Yeah, that sounds
cute.
like fun. That's cute.
That's
All right.
adorable.
All right. Pup play's not so bad.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
in for the
pup
pup
plays.
play. And think about it, dogs are very loyal to their owners, so it must make him feel really good too because she's like very happy to see him every time he comes home.
She pees on his leg.
He
You know what I
piddles
mean?
a little bit.
Just a little bit. Gets happy. Was hello, 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 hello.
I missed you.
Yeah.
I missed you. I missed you. I missed
she,
you.
shaking the tails, wagging along, looking like Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. You know what I mean? Like ragging back and forth. Yeah. Anyway. Um.
Oh, we're in
um.
on the pup play. Send us pictures.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. All right, we're gonna move along.
Let's go.
So the next writer says, I let our neighbor watch my husband and I have sex through the window. What? Um, I caught him looking once, so I went and opened the blinds up and put on a good show. He's a little socially awkward and never comes outside, so I only really see him when I'm performing for him in front of the window. My husband hasn't noticed yet. Um, that's a little okay.
It's
I'm
another
not.
kink.
I
It's
don't
another
know.
people like to be watched, I guess.
But the husband doesn't know about it, and that's not cool.
That feels a
And
little icky.
yeah, and I think that especially because it's the neighbor, like I don't know. I don't know.
That one, I mean, I agree with you. The husband not knowing, oh, don't love it, feels kind of icky. I think
Mm,
that if somebody like if it that's like, drilling a hole in the wall and watching somebody take a shower, you know?
right.
If
Yeah, I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, if you
I'm not cool with
want
that.
to do this whole performance thing, highly suggest that you at least inform your husband that this is what is going on, and let him make a choice because maybe he's not comfortable with that. I personally don't want my neighbors watching me have sex. I would be very upset if I found out actually, I'd be able to tell if he was performing though. If he opened the window and started like really performing, I'd be like,
Right.
where's the camera or who's watching?
Right. Well, I mean, like, kind of like a,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
like rather than being, "Arr," I don't know. I don't know. I feel that that is very inappropriate. And I think that's wrong. And if you have that kind of a kink, then you should be speaking with your partner about it
Mhm.
before, you know what I mean? Before that was, I just don't think that that's appropriate. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
Well,
That's
I
just
mean,
me.
this could, without the conversation, without the communication, this could
Mhm.
lead him to feeling very betrayed by you. And then it could lead to some problems in the relationship.
Huge.
So, a definite open door window policy, I
Right.
guess,
No, no.
with your partner before you actually open the window to your neighbor.
Like why and again, like and it's a neighbor, like you see them every freaking day. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. I just like that's even worse. Like I feel weird about that whole thing to begin with, but I feel even worse in the fact that it's your neighbor. Like,
Yeah.
like oh, and what yeah. And what if they film you? You know what I mean? Like now you're being filmed without your consent that you didn't know, and your husband's being filmed without his consent. Normally, I would think that it would be more the husband that would pull that crap than the wife too. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, here's the thing. If all three parties are consenting, this is a thing that you do and it's your kink and it's all surface level above water, everybody knows what's going on. Great. Do it. Go for it. Have fun. Be loud. Perform. Win your fucking Oscar. But without it all being, above board and everybody knowing about it, that's murky water. So
Right.
definitely you will get your Oscar taken away for that.
I don't know, man. Yeah, not cool, not cool, not cool. I'm sorry. I just yeah. Anyways, would you like to move along? Would you like to stay on this a little bit longer?
No,
I mean,
no, let's I got the last one here of the day.
before
This
I
feels
do
like we went
anything,
so fast.
I make sure to I close windows, make sure all the blinds are, you know what I mean? Like everything, I make the doors locked, like so the kids don't walk in. I don't need my kids seeing anything happening, like,
Yeah, yeah, we're not trying to scar our children. No,
no.
see, I sleep with blackout blinds anyways, so my shit's always closed and locked up tight.
Yeah,
Nobody's looking in, but then again, nobody can really see into my house from that angle because I'm on a canyon. So unless we have
this
some
is true.
lurkers in the canyon, I mean, the coyotes would get a good show, but other than that,
And they'd be laughing. No, well, that's I know that's a
hyena.
fox and a hyenas, but
Yeah.
I don't know what a coyote does. Coyote ugly. Oh, look at that
Ooh.
move. Ooh.
Ee.
Is that where the coyote ugly comes from? The coyotes watching people get it on, and they're like,
Yes.
"Ooh, that didn't look so good."
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Coyotes bumping uglies.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, move along. Yeah, we're getting through these quick. I mean, a lot of these are just they're just not. I guess it's because we can't really make fun of some of these. Like,
Well, let's move
uh,
on to the last one and see.
there you go.
This one says, I paid an Instagram model or IG model they have on here to start messaging my ex's new boyfriend and get him to cheat or say that he would cheat and then message my ex with the evidence. I didn't do it because I was jealous and wanted her back. The guy was for what the fuck? The guy, oh, for
For
real.
real. Wow, day.
I am old. I am old. This guy
Showing our
was,
age
I
there.
know. Well, he put all FR, and I was like, F, what's fur? This guy was fur, a bad dude. This guy was for real, a bad dude. I was
Uh-huh.
worried about her and wanted to get her out of that situation.
Wow. Regardless, that's kind of messed up. Um,
I'd love to know how much you paid this person and if it worked because they just said that we paid them. It doesn't say if it did
if
it
it
pan out
happened,
for you? Did it
yeah,
work? You,
that's
you
like
left some.
meddling. Again, it's meddling. Meddling, meddling, meddling. Meddling is not right, people. No meddling.
Okay, but let's say,
Okay.
um, just for shits and giggles, let's say, your daughter is in a relationship with a dude who is, in a gang or
Okay.
sells drugs
I take him out.
or.
And I'm not talking
Okay,
about for a
let's say
pizza.
it's not you.
No, I'm not talking about a pizza or for ice cream. But
But you don't want her to be mad at you, and she doesn't want you meddling in her relationship. So you on the sly get this girl to message him and get him to slip up and then send the messages to her. And then you don't have to be involved. So you're not technically the person that broke them up, and she gets to see that he's a bad dude and she's out. This sounds like a very movie-like situation. Like somebody call Warner Brothers. We have a show for them.
Dana, this is the same situation as let me pay this bully $20 to go bully the bully.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's the same type of situation.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of messed up. It's kind of foul. I do understand where it's coming from, perhaps, if that's what it was, but it doesn't. It seems like it's meddling, and it's meddling with somebody who is not, if they're not in a relationship anymore, you unfortunately don't get to say who or what the other person is doing, dating, or whatever. As much as that might suck, it just shows that you don't have control over that relationship. And you don't have control over what's going on, and maybe that was half the issue, that the reason why you're not with them to begin with. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the reasoning is. So, the fact is look, I understand if the heart was in the right place and the person was a really bad person, and you were, it's still there are other ways to go about it other than trying to frame somebody. Um, you know what I mean? It's like, what, come on, man. Like, why are you trying to frame somebody?
But is it a
Um,
frame if he goes for it? Like if the other dude is open to being flirtatious or saying that he wants to meet up with this person or doing that, then is it really framing? Because it feels like he actually put
he
himself
would
in the situation.
they
I mean, it
put
was a
him in the
setup
situation.
for
He
sure.
he put him in the situation, right? If
Uh
he put
huh.
him in the situation,
But it's up to that
um,
dude to go for it.
I agree. You know what I mean? Like I have plenty of things in my inbox that, I just delete or not even delete, just go past and I don't pay attention to. You
Uh
know what I
huh.
mean? More so like that go into my what do you call it, my
Your
like spam and
requests.
my requests and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, because if you allow yourself to get involved in that situation, then yes, you are incriminating yourself and doing
Yeah.
something wrong. I'm also in the public eye, so I purposely don't, more so, like I won't even open a message, rather not even just ignore it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't, sometimes I won't even open messages because I don't want to be implicated. You get crap that gets sent to you like, "Oh, I want you juicy this and blah blah blah," and you're like, "Okay, whatever." It's in, but that's all in your, like the requests. So
Right.
some of it might be spam. You know what I mean? Some of it might be spam, and other times it's just like people that are, they're just trying to be stupid, and I don't want any part of that.
Yeah.
But so yes, it is. If the guy went along with it, absolutely, you are 100% right. He incriminated himself.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's also unfair to put him in a situation where that's happening. Maybe the guy is, it's a brand new relationship. Maybe, maybe
Maybe.
maybe he's still not sure. Maybe they're not exclusive, but you don't know that because you're not in the relationship. So maybe you're just poking, at something that is not even exclusive. Does that make sense?
Well, it's interesting because it's the kind of scenario where you're presenting something that could potentially be damaging, but it's not up to you to do the damage. So you present a situation, and then this person has the choice. Are they going to fall into this trap? Because even if it wasn't a trap set by this person, it's a situation that could happen in life. But then the other person, the ex girlfriend, has the choice too. Does she understand that, oh, we're in a new relationship, he can actually do whatever he wants, we haven't like claimed that it's exclusive yet, is this a conversation that we need to have? Or like there's choices all over the board here. A situation was presented, this guy gets to choose whether or not he steps into it, this girl gets to choose whether or not she puts up with it. Now, is it okay for this dude to present the situation? That's questionable. I don't really know where I stand on that. But he can't force anybody to do anything that they didn't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't yeah. I don't like the whole setting. Sorry, I had to go up, setting people up type of thing.
Right.
I don't the
Yeah, that's
setting this
questionable. That's
that's
that's that's
questionable.
ethics. But you know what? Fucking cops do it all the time. And I don't mean that as a dig against cops. Whenever they're trying to get the criminal to confess to something, they present situations in which they'll be like, "Oh, this guy already flipped on you." And, like something like that. They present the situation and then they let the person fall into the trap however they may.
Yes. And I think that a lot of people, there are people that might figure, all right, well, it doesn't hurt to just sit there and play with this, or think that it's okay to sit and kind of just see where it goes, just in words, without going any further than that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm not saying that that's right,
Yeah, I feel
because
like
it's
that was
not.
Adam Levine's excuse, right? Whenever he got busted
Did he?
talking to all
I
those
don't even know.
yeah.
Because well, look, sometimes I mean, there could be a very there could be nothing, no interest, but just to be like, continue. Oh, well, oh, you're nice. So, well, yeah, tell me about myself, just to feel better about themselves. You know
Right.
what I mean? That
Mhm.
could very well be a thing.
Sure.
But again, it doesn't make it right, and I still don't agree with it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it. But again, that's me. I know a lot of
I
people that would.
really try and not involve myself in other people's drama. Like, I mean, sure, you can care about people, but when you insert yourself into other people's dramas or relationships or stuff like that, like, it never ends up good. It's just such a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I think all right. I think that if he's going to meddle, if he
Mhm.
was going to meddle, the way he should have meddled is by contacting her and being like, "Hey, I know it's really not my place to say this, but I'm not, I feel this sort of way about this. This is my feeling about
Mhm.
it." And then it's up to her to decide whether she gives a shit or not
Right.
about his opinion.
Right.
Because if it didn't end well, and there might be a reason, you know what I mean, that it didn't end well, or there's why can't you talk to her? If the relationship is that bad and it ended on such a bad note that you can't talk to her, you know what I mean? Then your opinion doesn't matter,
Yeah.
and then you shouldn't be meddling because it doesn't matter what you think. Your best interest, you're thinking your best interest for her are just your best interest for yourself, not for
Right.
her. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does, and I think again this is like a layered thing because it's like you care about somebody and you really want to like make sure that they're doing well and you know that this person is a piece of shit and they're going to hurt them or they're going to get them in trouble or whatever your reasoning might be for that. But then also, she's a grown ass adult woman who gets to make her own choices. And like, if she likely already knows who he is, what he does, what the situation is. And if she chooses to ignore it, then that's her choice. And if she chooses to pay attention to it, that's her choice. And, so I think that maybe you might be taking a little bit of her independence from her and also maybe not giving her enough credit for making good decisions for herself or any
Yeah.
decisions for herself.
I again, without knowing the entire
I
situation,
know it's
you know what
hard.
I mean? It is
Yep.
hard. And that happens with a lot of our secrets is we only
Mhm.
get but it's funny to be talking about somebody who's using a glory hole, but it's harder when it's real life issues where it's like
Yeah.
hey, we can make fun of it, but how much are we going to really make fun? Because it's meddling. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like we are on the show, which is great, and I love it. The fact that sometimes we could be like really Dear Abby, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean,
Which
and
we are
other
sometimes.
absolutely, and other times it's a what do you call it? Like it's a joke fest, but it's weird though, like how sometimes like this show, I felt with this show, everything we got was kind of like well, we really need to speak to you about your morals and
Yeah.
like like it wasn't anything too crazy where it was like funny stuff where we could like joke around about, like
Yeah.
except for the pup play. Like the pup play is cute. We probably could have went off a little bit more on that, and I mean, I like, does she lick your balls like a good dog? I mean, do you put peanut butter on there for her? I mean, like, is it kind of like, like I see, I'm doing it now.
I see you.
Um,
I see you.
but at the end of the day, like, like some of these things are like letting the kid missing. That's a missing kid. What if somebody stole him? What if somebody, ran him over? What if he got attacked by an animal? What if he fell into a pool? You know what I mean? That's the stuff that my head, it's not like, well, maybe you went to a party and had a blast and came back after having a couple of beers. You know what I mean? Which, that could have been the case, but it
Could
sure
have
as shit
been.
wasn't. But I don't know. I don't know. You feel me though? It's so weird. It's so weird.
I feel you.
Can you picture like a 3-year-old walking back with like a freaking Michelob, like a Michelob Light or something, like a
My
Corona?
dad used to give me sips of beer whenever I was little if I didn't have any of my Huggies left. So I also feel like maybe I was a drunk toddler. It's possible.
Oh,
I just always in neighbor's house,
Yeah.
and they gave me this couple drinks, and they said that they saw you and Daddy fucking in the window.
Oh
Um,
god.
and I just needed an extra little drinky drink because I don't know how I could handle something like that.
And like I don't know.
Uh,
I'm just well,
That's
think
I
about it.
love your toddler has a great vocabulary.
Yeah, 3 years old, it
Very
wouldn't be like
extensive.
that. But yeah, but the 3 year old sitting there drinking, and the neighbors already watching them banging, right? And then it's like if they were paying more attention to the
That's why the
kid.
neighbor didn't rat them out.
That's what
He
I'm
was like, "Oh,
saying.
I'm watching them through the window, so
Thank you. Thank you. And then what do you call it? Apparently, it's the what do you call it? It's the brother or sister who's having the pup play. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because they were too busy pup playing instead of watching the kid. There we
Yep.
go. It's
Maybe the
all
kid got
tied
out
together.
through maybe the kid got out through the doggy door. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Could you imagine if the girl went like halfway through the doggy door and they did it doggy style in the doggy door?
Oh, somebody's definitely done that. 100%.
Uh, I can't imagine that. You really think so? That would be hilarious.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
That is so funny. I
Yeah.
want to see that. I'm sorry. I want to see that. How does that work? What would the mechanics be? Right? What would the mechanics be? It would have to be like a Rottweiler door, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, it would be like fit for a German shepherd. Yeah.
Right? I gotta believe. Oh my God. That's freaking. Now I'm thinking about it. That's awesome. I wish I had a doggy door to mess with that.
Danielle, check his Google search.
There is no Google search for that. Don't even look. As I Google search. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, think about that. Like, well, look. I mean, you're tiny. Danielle's tiny. I mean, I guess you guys could get through a smaller door. You
Sure.
know, I don't know. Joe, get yourself a door and let me know what happens. You're like, fuck that shit.
Well, it's like in place of a bag over the head. You're like, wait, just stick your back half through the doggy door.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so I didn't even think of that. Oh my God.
I'm the
Oh,
worst.
stick a bag over your head. That's messed up, man.
I know. I'm
That's
going to
messed
hell.
up. Anyways, what do you call it? Listen, guys, that's about all the time we have for Dirty Little Secrets tonight. Again, make sure that you rate, review, subscribe. Also, we've got the stickers in. So what do you call it? If you guys start, dropping some stuff down on the Instagrams and so forth, we'd appreciate it, and we will pick you at random to send you some stickers. So keep that in mind. Dana, would you like to tell them about the one rule of Dirty Little Secrets Club?
I would love to. Our first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We love you. We appreciate you. Mwah! We will see you guys again, God willing, next week.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.